Setting social media standards in Indian Trail, the town board is working on writing a new policy to lay out rules for what town board members can post online. Queen City News reporter Casey Jones has been looking into this today. And Casey, what all started this conversation?
Well, members of the town board say some of their colleagues are just out of control on social media, blocking people, deleting comments, and spreading rumors. But now the town attorney is writing a policy that would help hold members accountable for what they post online.
I never did, sir. You're a liar.
Well, let me tell you.
You don't have it on my page at all, sir.
I'll show it to you. I want everybody. He called me a liar.
See, he won't even let me talk.
I'm
See,
gonna
he's
show it
big
to
mouth.
you.
I'm sick and tired of all their lies.
Indian Trail town board members in a heated discussion Tuesday night over what members can post on their social media pages.
Freedom of speech.
A conversation sparked by town board members Todd Barber and Tom Ambergy's Facebook pages, as you see here. Both shared this post in April about a conference for elected officials that some board members attended, claiming town money was used. Mayor David Cohn says that's not true.
Not one person played golf. Nobody. As a matter of fact, I think only two, maybe three people stayed up there. And many of us drove up there and used our own money.
Barber was censured by fellow board members in September of 2023 after he posted town planners' comments out of context, making some citizens believe the town wanted to tear down churches.
If you are putting something on social media that can be misconstrued or something like that, then at least think about respecting those who voted for us to put us in office. Each one of us were voted in here by the people of Indian Trail, and we shouldn't look to give them misleading information about the people that they put in office.
The town attorney is now drafting an official policy to outline what board members can do from political pages. A U.S. Supreme Court ruling does not allow elected officials to block citizens or delete comments.
I blocked you guys when I was accused of something and the media came at me. I blocked a bunch of people on there, developers, other elected officials, so I didn't want my name in the street anymore.
Well, Supreme Court says no.
The board hopes laying out the policy can help improve the working relationship between board members.
We don't have to bring each other down to bring ourselves up. We can rise together. We're all on a team, and if we can't work together, and we're not going to succeed in making our town successful.
The county attorney says board members can post what they want on their personal pages as long as nothing about the town is referenced. Town board will talk about that social media and communication policy again at the next meeting. Brian.
All right, Queen City News, we'll keep following the story. Casey, thank you.